everybody, Conodger here, and welcome back to iRacing, week number 3 of the Star Mazda season. As you can probably tell by now, we are at Interlagos, which seems to be a frequent stop for us in our iRacing seasons. We are dealing with a hot track today, so I'm looking for a pretty slick qualifying lap here. My delta times were set on a very cold track, so I've got to kind of keep that in mind and not let it distract me. This is a pretty tough circuit, but it's one of my favorites. Qualifying is pretty important here. This is a very late night race. Well, for Star Mazda. Some of the other series go pretty late, but this one seems to peter out in the later hours. So not a huge field. I had a race earlier today that was probably one of my worst experiences in iRacing in quite some time. Just a really bad field. I'll put in a clip of it after qualifying, but there's not much to show there. Let's try and have a good lap. This turn I've been kind of struggling with. Finding the right entry point there. You see how it slides out, off track, so that is unfortunate. We're going to not get this lap counted, which is a problem with the two-lap format. So let's take it a little easy now. Save these tires since the temperatures are so high. Get them a little too greasy. It's an interesting setup this week. We had a pretty good practice live stream. It was positive. We had some help from Disc Golfer or Zach. A little fine-tuning on it. Does have some rear instability mid-turn, but the turn-in is so great that I couldn't get rid of that instability without ruining the turn-in. So that lap was a throwaway. We're going to have to try and make this one count. Having to really back up my braking points from what I'm used to. These are the conditions I practiced a lot in, so hopefully that'll help. I think one of the problems I had in my earlier race is that it was very cold and the car just behaved much differently. Got close to that curve, but we didn't jump it. Yeah, you can see how much we're off the delta. Greasy, slick track. Not going to be good for the times. Let's see where we stack up in the end. Looks like we're ranked number 6 in the field of this pretty small field. So hopefully we're somewhere around there. It's not feeling like that kind of lap though. Hopefully it's just the conditions. I think in these conditions we're running in the 33 range, so we might be somewhere around there. Maybe the high 32s. Yeah, 32.9. That brings us up to third. Okay, so yeah, the conditions are indeed just pretty slick. So that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. It's always nice to qualify ahead of your rank. And when I say that, your number in the race is actually what your iRating level is in comparison to everyone else. Oh wow, yeah, that is a tiny field, isn't it? 13. Well, that's unfortunately the result of what happened, because this is the last time slot I really have to do it this week. One guy in the 31s, that's really fast for these conditions. But I definitely left at least maybe a second on the track. So, yeah, I could see it. Oh yeah, and I did do qualifying on race fuel, so I guess that might have affected it. That was not a problem I was experiencing in practice. Must be the cooler temperatures. Whoop. The hell was that?
You've got wheel damage.
I'm gonna give this one a combination fault. I did not realize he was still there. Pushed him out into the grass. But then as he re-enters the track, he just continues to turn left right into me. Oh, that's just humoring me that he thinks that's my fault. Whatever. That's iRacing. Very interesting gridding here because of the hill. And the fact that pole center is on the right for a left-hand turn. But there's, yeah, with the hill, there's a weird technique I'm using where I'm holding the brake with my right foot and hitting the gas with it while hitting the clutch. It's not ideal, but you can't really launch this car good anyway. So I'm just kind of making the best of it. There we go. That was a little messy, but it worked. We didn't get run over.
We're on your right. Stay left.
Everybody giving lots of room.
Clear on the right.
Whoa! Okay, there's behind me. Hopefully that wasn't due to me at all. Oh yeah, I moved this to a button on the steering wheel. Best thing to ever happen. Whoa, easy guys. Easy now. These guys are going at it. I decided just to give them a little bit of room. I can't afford to get wrecked again, basically. Let's try and hang with these 2 or 3. In these hot conditions, the brakes are a little bit off. I should probably have moved them back a little bit. But I think as the race goes on, I'll just readapt to it. Get a nice pull down the front stretch here. For whatever reason, my setup does not seem to draft very well versus some of the other setups. Yeah, you can see I'm getting pulled even in the draft. It's quite peculiar. I don't know the reason for it.
1:41.402.
Let's run into one. The advantage of not having cars around me. Looks like we might gap the 5th place car, so hopefully we can hang with this front group. Just gonna ride with them for a while. Very late for this turn. We'll take an off track there. It's better to just take that off track if you're not gonna make it, because if you try and force the car down, odds are you're just gonna spin it out. Rather the 1X than a 2X and a spin. Oh, they're getting a good little run out of there. One of the things that's tricky with these tighter tracks, when the slower sections like that, is sometimes you can be further back from people than you really think you are because of the way it groups together. That was a really messy exit. So now the car behind me has a draft and I don't. Well, I might have a little bit of one. Let's have a good turn 1.
33.522.
Which apparently means lock them up all the way into turn 1. I didn't know that's what that meant, but now I know. However, the 3rd place car seems to have slightly lost the front 2. Taking it easy through there. I think think these guys are going to jockey for position a little. Hopefully we'll get sucked back up to them. I feel like I'm really in the track right now. Little peg legging. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a nice limited slip differential on this thing. Doesn't come into effect at too many places, but this is one of them. Better run. Got our gap behind us again. We're right in the middle. We will back off our entry to 1.
1 minute 32.799.
I think I went in there like it was still a cold condition. Since you could do that, you could get away with it. Not so much in the 80-degree temperatures. I think the track temp's like 115 or so, something like that. That's pretty hot. Let me take another one here. I think I already mentioned that is the turn I've struggled with my whole time here. Hopefully it comes to me before the end of the race. Or I'm gonna go broke. Hopefully also with these guys running each other so hard, maybe we'll be the recipient of better tires at the end of the race. Really missing my line there for some reason. Don't know why that is. But we still got plenty of race left. Hopefully I can get it figured out.
33.312.
I unfortunately think that race earlier today has really just like sapped a lot of my confidence. I really felt very good about this week in this race up until that point. And now not so much. That was better. Get little baby steps. With them running this close, I really don't think they're going to run away from me. But if it strings out, then they will. Having problems getting it to downshift right there for some reason. It's a weird problem to have. Cost me quite a bit of time. Must not be hitting my blips right. Hit your blips. Yeah, this is what I don't need, them getting strung out single file. It's no good for business. But in row 32s, it's not bad times for the conditions. So they are running pretty fast-paced. Let's hope they overuse their cars. Gosh, I just do not feel the car under me right there for some reason. Perhaps my corner entry is incorrect. Zach was giving me some advice on the downforce cars, if you will. Part of it was late apexing. They like to late apex. And part of it was part throttle. In the coast situations, I feel like I got the coasting part down. The late apexing is still a mystery to me. It's just not my typical driving style. So I've got some learning to do. I do see that we have a car that is coming from the back, 4-car.
33.301.
So we may have to deal with him by the end of this thing. That's what I really love about this setup, is that when it has those little sideways moments, it's usually because you're going really fast. It's usually because it's working. Like right there. If it wasn't for the back end coming around like that, it would not have rotated around that turn at all. But when I first got on track here, it was pretty weird. Sector 3, I think, is where I'm losing a good bit of my time. Getting to the gas nice and clean there. Looks like the 5 has lost the front 2, so we might come back to him.
1 minute 30.
Still in the 32s.
654.
Getting better with my entry to 1. Getting that dialed back in. Another one there. Alright, entry. Let it coast, let it coast. Pushing the nose there. Definitely a lot more understeer in the car this race than I've noticed in this car the whole time here. Going through my brain, I don't think we had any contact yet, or any at all in this race. Shouldn't say yet. Hopefully we won't have any. Just don't quite have the pace of those guys ahead of me. And because it's such a small field, unfortunately I don't think we're going to have a race-long on-track battle.
0.31. We have 10 to go this half back.
10 to go. So we'll just try and hold off the 4-car. This definitely seems like similarly paced to me. And hope that the front 3 get according together and maybe we can draw back in. It's very possible. Curb. Yeah, just not getting back to the guys cleanly there. Or here, really. Let's see if we can do better. Yeah, that's better. But down the nose carried there. Again, fighting that understeer. It's an interesting dynamic that is pretty new to iRacing, is the dynamic weather conditions. Used to be that you knew exactly what the weather would be like in the race, and now it's randomized.
1 minute 32.857.
Obviously, if you weren't a scrub like me, you would adjust the setup accordingly. But I think I wasn't too confident in making any changes on it. Almost feels like it's maybe coming in a little bit now as fuel burns off. This car just seemed to get looser as the run goes on and the fuel burns off.
Got a full car on the way.
We have one go off. Looks like it. Like I said, if you run that close together for that long, odds are something's gonna happen. Looks like the leaders got together. Or maybe not got together. Could have just gotten each other's way or whatnot. What you doing, guy? That was a super weird entry. Maybe he's got some damage, I'm not sure.
Got one on your right. Clear on the right.
See if he retires to pit road or not. Yep, diving to pit road. Must have picked up some damage.
1 minute 32.801. You're in second.
Well, we're in second. That's one advantage of a small field. At least you get to hear that you're in a higher position than usual. So let's see. Can't track down this 5 car now that he's got nobody to follow. We all know it's harder to lap by yourself than it is to follow people. And if nothing else, we gotta fend off the 2 because he's still here and might not have any damage. Overcooking entries like that. What the hell we're gonna do it? I have to remember to go back and look at what happened there. Lap 10. Wish I hadn't lost that time when he was going wide back there. I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't realize he was damaged. But as the 2 draws into us, we too are drawing into the 5 a little bit.
1 minute 32.869.
There we go. Number 1 jumped the curb too much. Must have got into him. Or spun. 3.2. We are closing in. Slowly but surely. That's a nice run through there. That's what we need. Push down a little bit. As has been the story of the race for us. Including right there. The problem is I don't think I'm going to catch the 5 before the 2 catches me. As soon as he smells the draft, it's going to be bad news bears for us. We're really catching him 10th a lap or so.
1 minute 32.7
This is gonna hurt. So that ruined our whole run. Ooh, through here. Dang it. Yeah, screwed it up, Cone. But he's not here yet. He's not by us. Would be very good for us to hold the second position. Since this isn't going to be a great points week for us, it looks like. He's here now. That's a nice little run through there. But, that's got him right up under my wing. I don't know if he's gonna make it this time. Oh, he's coming.
1:33.188. Got one on your left. 5 to go at the line. Stay right. All clear, all clear.
Well deserved.
Got one on your left.
That was very smart and defensive.
Keep right there. Clear on the left.
Because that kept him that inside line right here. That is an experienced racer ahead of us for sure. I would like to stay up with him if I can, but I don't think the car's got it in it. I really don't think the driver's got it in it. Maybe it's... Nah, I don't think he's gonna... he might get there in 4 laps, I don't know. We'll see. If I cannot make any huge mistakes, the draft will pull me along a little. He needs to take a couple of seconds a lap out of his lead, though. This will be interesting.
1:34.398.
There's the draft doing its work. Let's see if we can do it, or he can do it. Let's also see if maybe I can pick up some pointers. It's always time to learn. Definitely earlier braking in through here. I'll hold the similar line. See what I was doing. It's me breathing down his neck, probably not doing good things for his time. If only he knew I was just sitting here being a student. Now he's gonna have to run a defensive line through here. No! Just keep going! Just keep going!
1:32.277.
Whoa, no!
Are on your left. Keep right there. Clear on the left.
That was unexpected. Maybe I ran him a little deep into one. Pushed him offline a little bit.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Wow, lots of fuel left. That actually kind of disappoints me because I thought maybe we would be able to run up to the leader. And I don't think that's going to happen now. Last sector that he really gets me. Yeah, he'll be to the inside by 1. Just 2 to go. Maybe we can hold it.
33.1755. You're back in second. You got 1 on your left. All clear, all clear.
Rookie mistake. Yeah, I don't know. Felt a lot better about this car, this setup, this track about 24 hours ago. But today he's not been good to me. Wow, he's making a lot of mistakes too. So, I mean, it's not as if we're alone in the mistakes field. Tires are just really giving up now. And they are perfectly excused for that, considering I've slid them sideways enough at this point. Alright, last lap. Maybe we can make something happen. Push him to a mistake again. Or, you know, push myself into a mistake. That's a totally legitimate strategy. We'll get a little bit of a pull here. Yep. There's another one. That's such a stupid off track. Whoever made that decision, I am not a fan of. I drove it into there and it actually stuck for once. We didn't really make any time up. Those were words. I don't know what they were. Yeah, it's just done. It has had enough. Ah, well. Can't be too disappointed about a third place finish. Hopefully we got a decent amount of points out of this. I doubt it's going to be a great points day. But I feel a lot better about my day now than I did
There's the checkered flag.
than I did after the first race.
There you go, man. Good job, driver.
So let's see what happened between these two as they were having their battle. On the outside into this turn, which is preferred line, so he gets to the inside. He got out into the AstroTurf, and then what happens? Oh, off the curb and into the side of him. So this is the guy we end up racing. So he ended up with minimal damage in that. It was actually the leader that ended up with the damage, probably from the wheel contact to the side. That would be my guess. Yep, just too much curb. Hopped it into the side of him. Alright, well, much to my surprise, that was actually a really good points payout. Well, really good for such a small field. The strength of field ended up being 1,973, not the highest we've seen, but pretty high for a small split. Most of the guys were in our same range of iRating. And yeah, 97 points, I'll be happy with that. That's good enough to, this will probably be one of the weeks that counts towards our end points tally, because you get to drop 2 weeks. And we finished in 3rd place after starting in, what did we start, 4th place? We gained 1 position, that is $1, and we had 4 incidents, so that is $2. So, luckily for me, a little bit easier on the wallet this week, $3 to Child's Play Charity. And overall, I'm going to try and hold my head high after this week, even though it was probably not the finest racing for me. I don't feel great about my performance here, but that doesn't mean that we have to dwell on that. We have to look forward to next week, try harder, and do better. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you next time.